All right, gang, what movie should we see tonight?
I want Big Bird.
Okay, kids, come with me.
At USA Video in Feasterville, this membership card is the key that brings the world of home entertainment to you. With thousands of movies to choose from, there's something for everyone. And USA Video does more by offering many specials, like their Rent One, Get One Free on Mondays, and their Children's Rent One, Get One Free special all week.
Others say more. USA Video in Feasterville does more.
We watch movies and we talk movies and we load movies into a really big gun and shoot it onto the internet. Big Movie Cannon.
Big Movie Cannon. It's a movie podcast about movies. You know, like movies. So that's the kind of energy that I'm bringing tonight. How are you doing?
I'm wondering, was that the man in that commercial, was he supposed to be the father of those children, or is it they're just following this strange man into the video store?
I believe that to be the whimsical owner of the video store that courts children in to rent a buy one get one movie rental on Mondays.
Children, whatever you do, don't go to that video store. Okay?
I want Big Bird. I got Big Bird. Come on in.
Oh.
Zach, we're starting a new marathon tonight, and I'm
Yes,
excited
we
for this
are.
one. I think there's a lot of potential for this one.
Podcasting is painless, but it's not always. Not when you have a killer robot.
We the Movie Bot, do you have any new clips? I loaded a bunch of stuff into you. Do you have any new clips by which you could say hello with?
Wish to be a human? Good. You can die a human.
He doesn't. It's the same stuff in there. Okay. He just likes that.
Great.
All right. That's fine.
That's just the one he's going back to.
That's the one he likes
Seems
right
to
now.
Grab him thematically.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Our marathon for the next couple of weeks is, I think, a fun one. I'm calling the YouTube algorithmic simple version is just screen to small screen. But there's a little more nuance than that.
Yes.
Would
Yes.
you like
it's movies that are more well known for the TV shows they spawned than for the movies themselves. This is movies where they have been overshadowed by a TV show that came afterwards.
Yes. Yes. And I think we're doing kind of the daddy of all of them. This was a popular movie. This was a big hit.
Huge hit.
Huge
like
hit.
$80 million in 1970. That's like,
and it's for a nothing budget movie too.
Yeah.
And then became the most popular sitcom ever for a while.
over a decade. It was
and has the most watched. It was the most watched thing that had ever aired on television. And I believe is still the most watched series scripted finale. Either way, an interesting movie to have to talk about a couple days after we've launched another Forever War. But we're talking about MASH 1970, Robert Altman. I just hit in my whole desk, and that's how I feel about that.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that guitar. That's amazing. Yes. Yeah. Well, the good news is this is I guess it is a war movie, but it's more a hangout hijinks.
That's
movie.
I had not seen this in a long time. I the last time I saw this, I got the DVD from Netflix in the mail because that was the thing they used to do. And if
What's
you
the
don't,
mail?
Yeah, right.
Was that the Amazon thing?
The mail is just where bills go now. And people who are like, you haven't paid those bills. I'm like, I'm not gonna.
Keep wasting paper.
Yeah. So yeah, the last time I saw MASH, I got that's how long ago that was. I got a DVD in the mail, and I remember being bored watching it. And while I appreciated it a lot more this time, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bored.
I watched it similarly a long time ago. I think 14 years, something like that, 13, 14 years ago for the first time. I had watched the show a lot in middle school, high school, because it was on late at night, and
Sure. I don't
fun
think
to
I
watch.
ever I've never seen the show. Yeah, outside of like I've never like sat down, watched an episode of the show before, doing this.
Well, we'll talk about the show, but anyway, I like the show fine. So I finally watched the movie because it's supposed to be this great classic. And similarly, I was like, this is nothing. There's no plot. What is this thing? And then for this rewatch, I enjoyed it a lot more because I really got on the wavelength of like just a hangout movie. And if you're in the mood for that, it's a fun watch, except there's a couple things that keep it from being a huge recommend for me, and that's the blatant misogyny.
Yeah, this is our yikes list is gonna get a new contender.
I never thought Sleepaway Camp would have competition. This might dethrone Sleepaway Camp.
And then boom, suddenly Suicide is Painless plays through the arena. Boom, mash.
Yeah.
It comes in with the chair.
Yeah. Oh. Yes. Not just misogyny, some serious homophobia, and honestly, the thing it does best is race stuff, shockingly.
Yeah, right.
And that still got some yikes moments.
Interesting watching this is something everyone I think deals with as they get older. Right, of like, I remember things. I remember things as not as bad as they are when you see them in 2026 and you go,
yeah,
how about that? I'm sure I've talked about this before. I watched Scrubs when it was on. I like Scrubs. It's a good television show. There is a episode where Sarah Chalk wants a women's room to change in, because whenever she changes in the co-ed room, everyone's all like, giggity, giggity, titties. And when she goes to everyone with these complaints, they all have fantasy flashbacks to giggity, naked lady, nice. And I'm watching this episode in the year of our Lord 2026, like,
I mean, you and I used to have a show recapping episodes of Smallville, so we've encountered
yiggity, yikes.
But this takes the cake, man. And like you said, we talked over text a little bit. It's a movie made in 1970 about people in the 1940s. So, like, sure, that's fair.
Right.
But it is about, it's like a boys will be boys movie.
Right.
Hangout movie. And that's a lot harder to watch, even being a boy myself these days. It's a lot harder to watch.
I will say, I also think it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No.
I think it's interesting. I don't know how much of it is the case here. I do always also find it interesting of like a movie from 1970. How much is really intentional? How much is a commentary on? I don't think this is a movie that likes the military a ton.
Oh no.
Yeah. And isn't exactly thumbs upping some of these rascal boys' behavior. We'll talk about it. But have you ever seen the film Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker?
No, never even heard of it.
Great movie. It was one of Stephen King's favorite movies of that year. It had an original title that it ran under, and then it eventually got changed somewhere, and it's run to Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker. I love it. But there is this super, super, super homophobic authority figure, maybe a cop, I don't remember. And it's over the top how homophobic this cop is. And there is something too in 1983, if you want to communicate this character is an asshole about gay people. 1983, you have to be a lot bigger.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
you could still call people the F slur.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
in
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah.
you have to behave pretty despicably for it to communicate to the audience in certain eras, like, that's not a good young man.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much of that is how much you can really chalk up to that here, but
Right. Well, it's interesting because it definitely is a moment in time. It takes place in the late 40s, whatever, but it's really about the 70s.
right.
And I mean, it's about Vietnam.
It's I was gonna say I don't know a lot about the Korean War where the movie is set. I don't know a lot about Vietnam, which the movie is actually kind of a satire of.
Yeah. Well, they
But-
purposely made it look like Vietnam, like those hats that they're wearing. Those are from Vietnam, not from Korea.
The studio required that title sequence up above to make it
And
clear
then there
that
was Korea. Yeah, that part.
right,
Yeah.
because otherwise, yes, it just looks like Vietnam.
Yeah. But it is it's a snapshot of its time because the main characters, they're rascals, they're anti-authority, and they are, while they're misogynistic and homophobic a little bit, which was always still accepted at the time.
That was just how it was.
They are definitely not racist, and they make a point of that. Like the two main guys are not racist at any point.
Right. And Altman was a fucking hippie, right? And Sutherland
Yes.
was a hippie, and Gould was a hippie.
They're thumbing their nose at authority and squares, right?
Yeah.
People who suck up to authority, hot lips, and what's the Robert Duvall character? Frank
I was just calling him Robert Duvall.
Yeah. Those characters really get run through the ringer in this.
Yeah.
Because they suck up to authority. They're all about the military and all that stuff. So that's what the movie's looking down on that. But the Robert Duvall character doesn't get it nearly as bad as the Hot Lips character.
That was fucking rough, dude. There is a scene in this film where these rascal military boys are basically arguing over whether the curtain matches the drapes. And they all gotta figure it out together. No, they're placing bets on it, and they all gotta see it together. So while she's showering, they bring down the tent, and the whole fucking camp is watching and applauding. And they cut to it's not like this woman is like, oh, you rascal boys trying to see my vagina. This woman is visibly horrified, like falls to the ground, covering herself, screaming. And it's like, I don't love this.
No.
This doesn't seem like just a bit of boys being boys fun.
Also, the character is not like Robert Altman usually has really strong characters. Hot Lips, she starts out really strong as like authoritarian,
right?
Loves the Robert Duvall character, but then they go to Japan, they come back, and she's doing like cheerleading. She doesn't
right.
It's just not a really well written character. She exists to take pies in the face.
right, for sure.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
Yeah, I do. Just speaking of that, and just the movie's very episodic nature, it's very just, and here's what the boys get up to for the next 20 minutes, and then the boys get up to this for 20 minutes, then they go to Japan, and then they play football.
Right, yeah. It really is like, look at these guys have fun in the middle of a war.
It's the proto hangout movie in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and that's the part that I loved about it.
Yeah.
Personally.
And it makes a lot of sense why it would easily translate to a sitcom, right?
Yes. But the sitcom is very different
in
some key ways. because a hangout movie is very, very little to no plot, right?
Right.
Episodic. You have a couple little things here. There's not much there. Whereas a sitcom is all plot.
Yes. A very good point.
Sitcom is very A, B, C plot. We're doing this. We're wrapping it up.
Right.
Now, I can see why someone saw the movie and was like, that could be a great show because it's characters you want to see hang out every week.
Right.
But I can also see where Altman, who was real grumpy about it, didn't love the show because it's a very different
yeah.
style.
I believe Altman's chief complaint about it, and like, who knows, he also wasn't getting any royalties off of it. If like,
I think before you say, I think his real chief complaint was no one remembers my fucking movie anymore. They only remember the show.
Right.
I think that was the chief complaint.
Yes. But he argued about the sort of love of, because like, I'm going to be real. The characters in this movie, I don't know if I want to spend 11 years with. Twice the length of the actual Korean War. So obviously by being a sitcom is based around like you're inviting your buds into your home and like your lovable friends and spend a half hour with them on Thursday night. God, I love sitcoms. Only type of TV I really like. Gotta say.
Love sitcoms.
I love sitcoms. I love pro wrestling. Boom. That's don't hit me with a fucking prestige drama. An X-Files is great. I love a procedural that I can just I don't care who any of these fucking people are. I can catch catch it halfway through. Great, we're good. But anyway, I lost my train of fucking thought. I was thinking about sitcoms being good.
That's okay. It's kind of similar to, did you ever see The British Office?
I was cool. It was my friend David. His brother Tim would get all sorts of, would import a bunch of shit. I saw Infernal Affairs before The Departed. Sorry.
Yes,
before
me
The
too.
Departed was even announced. Before that was even like, yup. Like we found out a year later that like, oh, they're remaking it with Leonardo DiCaprio. That's gonna suck. Oops. I watched The Office for the first time. Like, I bet it's not as good as the British one. I was cool, and lots of girls wanted to date me.
So, I watched The Office, the American one. I watched, I think, the second season, first season, a little bit of the third, and then that was where I was caught up. And so then I was like, I'll watch while I'm waiting for new episodes. I'll watch the British one. And I watched it and I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's similar because the David
that's
Brent,
a really good comparison. Fuck, that's a really good comparison.
Is the Michael Scott type character in that show, and he doesn't have the soft, like they made the edges softer with Michael Scott, and they gave him a heart of gold. And David Brent didn't have that; he was all slime.
You're
incompetence.
An incredibly good comparison.
Right. And so the American version, people love that, can fall in love and spend more time with it. Whereas the British one's like a season or two, because you don't want to sit with that guy for that long.
Michael Scott will ultimately always do the right thing. He has his instinct is bad. He will. But ultimately, we love him.
David got Brent the heart.
David Brent sucks. Which is by design. These are the designs of the show.
Yeah.
Right?
And then in the movie, we are rooting for these guys, and they are, because they're thumbing their nose at authority, and we love that. And they're a little arrogant, but they're silly, and they got schemes going, so it's fun to watch. But there's not the heart of gold thing that.
Right.
Alan Alda was always going to do the right thing in the show too.
Right.
He knew that.
Yes.
There was no question about that. He had his schemes. It was more like Sergeant Bilko. Like,
yeah.
It's movie bot malfunctioning. What's going on over there? Are you doing?
I was pulling up the Wikipedia for the film MASH so that I could look at fun facts to talk about.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a too much.
Did you watch a MASH episode?
What's that?
I was going to say, did you watch a MASH episode for this?
I did a YouTube tour of bits. I did not watch a completed episode. I wanted to get a sense of how the characters kind of were different broadly. So I watched a couple of YouTube video essays and clips.
Oh, cool. It is interesting because it ran for 11 seasons and it went through a lot of different showrunners. So it varies from full-on sitcom, silly laugh track sitcom to like almost just pure drama.
Right.
Depending on the season or the episode.
My perception of it was always from my mom. It's weird how just our parents' generation, most of them grew up around MASH. Probably it's a significant part. No one I knew talked about it at all. Like, really. The couple updates I would get from my mom was like, Alan Alda kind of took over a little bit and it got sappy and it wasn't as good.
Yeah. I watched it pretty regularly for a year, I want to say. So I didn't see the whole show, but I saw a good amount of them because they do it every night, reruns. Episodes. And so I got a good
channel. Which channel had it?
It was just this was like local.
Oh, hell
one of the network's local affiliates.
Hell yeah. That's the thing. I watched a lot of old shit, right? Of like, I guess though I was mostly Nick at Night. Do you remember that?
Oh, fuck! Yes, I do remember Nick at Night.
The first time Friends aired on Nick at Night,
I know. I was just going to say,
dust and died.
When Fresh Prince started playing on there, I was like, okay, is there a bridge that I can?
Yeah.
Fresh Prince is on.
That's for old shows. That's for old and like
I'm like, how can they put a show that's still on the air on? Oh wait, Friends ended 20 years ago.
It's also realizing like when I was watching Happy Days on Nick at Night, Happy Days wasn't that old.
No, yeah. Yeah, the Cosby Show had just ended. Right? Like I remember thinking Taxi was ancient. And it was a decade before I was born, something like that. It was not.
Right. I remember I have a distinct memory of I knew the shows were old. I knew that my mom grew up with the Brady Bunch was on Nick at Night. I remember, so my mom knew the Brady Bunch, but not quite understanding this show wasn't current. And like not quite being able to parse this stuff. I'm trying to think of an example that'll tie it all together, but but I do remember standing in my kitchen asking her, so like there was do you remember My Brother and Me on Nickelodeon?
No, which one is that?
It was a short-lived, but it was on a lot in the afternoon. They made like 8 episodes and they ran them over and over again. But
what is the concept of My Brother and Me?
My Brother and Me was it was a family. There was a rascal friend Goo.
Live action.
Was
this a knockoff of Pete and Pete? Because that's my jam.
No, this was a black family.
Okay.
And I think that was we're broadening out. Nickelodeon's broadening out.
I might have watched this show, actually.
It was on a lot in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And then I'll come dance out on a white background.
Sounds like a bunch of different shows, but
I mean, it was most shows, right? It was I don't know. It only lasted 8 episodes, so I don't know if it was any good. But I remember standing in my kitchen and being like, Happy Days? You watched Happy Days? You watched Brady Bunch? Did you watch My Brother and Me?
And just like, no,
that's not.
Did you ever watch Hanging with Mr. Cooper, or was that a little too?
That one was not in
just a
my
couple years.
Yeah, which one was that?
It was Mr. Cooper. Was the?
That's not Welcome Back, Kotter, because that was called Welcome Back, Kotter.
No. Yeah, Hanging with Mr. Cooper was like mid '90s.
Okay. No, I didn't.
But,
interesting. I would have thought that one was older too, because I know that title. but
Yeah.
I don't know the
Yeah.
show. So
I
the
just want to
movie.
take a second to shout out my good friend Casey. I won't say his last name, but he was a friend of mine. He still is. In high school, he was obsessed with MASH. He had
Hell yeah.
he had all
Hell
the
yeah.
DVDs, and you could ask him anything about MASH, and he would have the answer. So,
Was Casey kind of weird or was Casey cool?
I mean, he was very cool. He was not, in all respects, he was not a weird guy. He was like a pretty normal, square edge, it was a notable thing about him that he really liked Matt. It was like, oh, really? All right.
But you know what? I just hosted my 3-year-old's fucking birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, hear me out. I'll land the plane. So
let's go.
We're at Chuck E. Cheese. We've invited her preschool class. We got, I don't know, like 5 parents coming with their kids, right? I don't know any of these people. The only thing in common is that our kids spend roughly 9 a.m. to noon together 3 days a week, right? Like that's all we got. That's all I know about you. I've heard some of these kids' names. That's it. It's my first time seeing some of these kids.
Yeah.
And then all of these parents are also coming in. And they are all also saying, I don't know any of the other parents in the class. I'm like, neither do we. Hi. And I'm hosting the party, right? And the kids are all running. And mostly, kids are running around Chuck E. Cheese, so parents are sticking with their kids. So I'm not stuck in an awkward conversation for too long. But there's a lot of So New York was easier when I lived in New York. You could always do, where are you from? Because no one's from New York, right? And if they are from New York, it was like, oh, what was that like?
Yeah.
So it's this one dad, this poor guy was stuck. You live around here? Yeah, we're 15 minutes from everything. Like it's a very small city. Everyone lives around here. So I have now, my brother was there and we were talking. No one who came to this party, to be clear, was rude. But I am making the broad sweep thing. It's rude in general to not have like a thing. And it should be, people always ask their things. So what do you do? And they mean job. That's my timer that we should move on, but we can't. We haven't covered anything.
No, we're in the middle of the story.
Yeah. And we have more things. Well, we can talk about the movie with the ranking. So yeah. Fuck the timer. What was I saying, Zach?
You're at the party. People need to have a thing. People need to have a thing.
People gotta have a thing. Don't ask what people do. Ask what's like your thing. What's your deal? I don't know MASH. I don't know the TV show MASH well. If someone was like, I fucking love MASH, boom, great. Tell me about MASH.
Yeah. Let's go.
What's stuck in your craw about MASH? That's great. I can't.
Don't get me started about Klinger or,
Or I don't care, woodworking, just like give me something to hit. It's being a good conversationalist is being interested, right? And just asking questions. Give me things out. What do you want me to ask you about?
The problem is the strategy is to find common interests. And I think that's what you're saying is that's the wrong route to go. It's like, what is really unique about what you do?
Yes.
Give me the weird stuff.
Yes. It's I'm begging
weird.
someone to go
give me the weird.
I'm begging someone to go like, so professional wrestling, that's weird. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Or Smallville or Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
I hear you have a Smallville podcast. And you're like, yeah,
let's go.
Let me get my friend Zach on the phone.
Yeah. No, we'll just do it for you. We'll just do it for you. It'll be good. We'll do it right now.
Oh, okay.
Asking someone to listen to your podcast is violence. I always hate any sort of, I do a podcast with my friend. Oh, what is it? Stop.
Yeah. I'm actively hiding this information from people. I'm not. It's so funny. I was with my girlfriend. I was looking at new apartments, and we were getting a tour of the facilities, and they were showing us these rooms that you can rent out for privacy to work in, and then she goes, you can do your podcast in there. And I would looked at her, I'm like so embarrassed. I'm like, do not mention my podcast in public.
I'm an adult man.
She was like, why? I love you guys. What's the, and I'm like, no, I feel shame.
No, this is it. I always, and it's pathetic, right? Like I always am like, it's an excuse for my buddy who lives far away and I hang out. Like it's a fun activity. It's for nobody. But here we are.
No, it is. Look, we want people to watch and enjoy the show, but not like the lady who's showing me the apartment. Like she doesn't need to know I have a podcast.
Like, and that's the thing. And that's the thing. She's not gonna go like, oh, I'll check that out. Like, don't do that. No. Because then you're gonna click on a YouTube video that's got like 3 views. Our good friend Chris is
she had the good sense to not ask what the podcast was about, and I wanted to give her a hug for that, because then I'd be like, oh, we talk about movies.
My poor mother. My poor mother. Is like, you could be great. You just need to find a topic that people care about. And then she goes and she pitches, I think you and your brothers, you have such diverse interests, and every episode, you can tell people a movie to watch, and Patrick can something about sports, and Sean can tell about food to eat. And I think it would be great. And I stop talking to me. In the words of my daughter, stop talking to me.
Does she say that?
My daughter has looked me in the eye and shouted, stop talking to me.
She's starting early.
Oh, man. Oh, no. She's so fucked. She's so fucked, dude. It's bad. It's really bad. Oh, man. The MASH is a movie.
Look, anytime we're doing hijinks that aren't misogynistic or homophobic, and it's just like thumbing our nose at authority, and it's kind of great chemistry with Elliot Gould and Donald Sutherland,
and Elliot Gould, both great.
I'm there. Tom Skerritt, good.
Yes.
Yeah. The cast is pretty much great.
And this is movie. This movie is a pioneer, and it almost doesn't sound that strange now, right? The audio in the movie sounds like a movie, and that's because this movie pioneered overlapping dialogue.
Yeah.
We didn't really fucking do that. The base thing, especially for a studio picture, is boom, microphones down. Actor clearly says line into microphone. Other actor responds clearly into microphone. And that's how movie sound works. This went for a much more, we're very much in like new Hollywood, which is sort of post and like riffing on the French New Wave, where we're just, hey, maybe movies can be art,
right?
And
what if we just gave a bunch of really young, talented people money to make movies and see what happens? Yeah.
Right. Very in 1970, in the beginnings of a very exciting time.
And then the drugs came in.
Oh yeah.
Here comes cocaine. Look.
Which still came with some good stuff. The drugs helped Easy Rider come along, The drugs are an important part of it. But, it's interesting that Elliot Gould and Donald Sutherland were like, what the fuck is this guy doing during the production?
I didn't know that. Yeah, so they were like, shut this thing down. This guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, it was the reports go that a third of the movie they were trying to get Altman off the project. And then I believe once they saw the final cut, saw what he was doing, and probably some of the reception to it, Gould, I believe, apologized right then and there. Sutherland wrote him a long letter apologizing.
Well, Elliot Gould worked with him several more times after that. So,
Yes, he did.
have you ever
Sutherland did not, but I'm not super versed in Altman, so that
Well, Altman's tough because he made like 500 movies.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of the really big ones. He's hit or miss for me. The more plot his movies have, the more I tend to like them. But a lot of his movies are like this, where they're just they're a lot more about characters.
Yeah.
But I would highly recommend, swear by, McCabe and Mrs. Miller and The Long Goodbye.
Okay, I have not seen either of those.
The Long Goodbye is Elliot Gould as Philip Marlowe in the 70s, and it's a mystery, but he's kind of ambling through it, but it's really good.
Hell yeah.
I strong recommend.
Hell yeah. I feel like we should, before we take a break, we should talk about the TV show in some capacity, right? That was the
we didn't. I thought we talked about
I guess we did.
Mr. Cooper. No, go ahead. I'm just kidding.
So we adapt this into a TV show that then becomes the biggest fucking TV show ever.
Well, they were going to make it. They were trying to get a sequel of the movie made, and that they didn't like the scripts for that after a few tries, and so they were like, let's just fucking do a TV show, and they did, and it turned out to be a great decision.
It struggled for a season. They actually, during the struggling first season, they re-released MASH. They cut about 11 minutes out of it, and it got a PG rating. They cut the shower scene, and they cut this is the first studio picture to say fuck, which is pretty sick. And fuck had certainly been said in smaller movies, but this is like the first big budget. It's a pretty small budget, but big.
Korea looks a lot like California in this movie.
Yes. Yes. So we got the PG cut, and I believe that did really well again. That made money, and that, I guess, ignited some interest in the TV show. I don't actually know what the television show is 1972. So this has a couple years going around, and then a re-release maybe kicks it back up, and everyone got real into fucking MASH for 11 goddamn years. Once again, twice as long as the Korean War actually was.
But right about as long as the Vietnam War. So
yeah.
But you're, I feel like you're rotating those people out more than 11 years on. I guess they could keep re-enlisting or whatever and keep. That's
true. There was it's not quite a spinoff of the TV show MASH. There's Trapper John MD. I had no idea of this, but the Elliot Gould character, they made a sitcom of him as a civilian, played by not Elliot Gould, not whoever played Trapper John in the TV show, just a new. And the producers of MASH, the TV show, were pissed about this, and they're like, "You have to pay us for this." But
when was it? When did it happen?
Let's see. That is 79. MASH ends in 83. So this is happening concurrently for a couple seasons with MASH, which is crazy.
You know what's funny? I don't know how they got away with this, but I read that in the pilot of Trapper John MD, there's a picture of that guy with Alan Alda.
That's nuts. That wouldn't happen today. With the lawyers are
no. Yeah,
that ain't
definitely
happening.
Not. No.
I'm also thinking about how Alda didn't get any sort of. Sorry, not Alda. Altman didn't get any sort of royalties for the success of the TV show, despite directing the film.
Well, it's based on a book. MASH is based on a book. So that's where you get. That
Yeah,
guy
right.
gets the money. Yeah.
That will not be the case for a future movie in our marathon. The
Interesting.
2 directors of a movie we're going to cover in the future got paid for every single episode of the TV show and its popular spinoff, despite never doing an ounce of work on it.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
So there is a spinoff as well to MASH.
There is After MASH.
After MASH.
And
yeah.
that went, it looks 83 to 85. So not nothing.
No. It was like 3 side characters in MASH.
Yeah.
They didn't get any of the big guns back, but
Right. I mean, is this the most? Can MASH ever be rebooted? It feels like if they could, they would, right? But it's considered like our generation. It's kind of lost unless.
Right. I was gonna say I don't know if it has any cachet now.
No. They're rebooting MASH. What the fuck does that mean?
Like I could see them doing it on CBS as a show or something.
Yeah.
But not as a movie.
Right. I don't know what that is. And it feels weird for something that has so much pop culture or had so much pop culture cachet.
ER was kind of a successor to MASH, although it wasn't a comedy, but MASH was a comedy that turned into a drama, and then we got ER, which is people working in a hospital. I don't know. It's a spiritual.
That's a good, interesting. Yeah. People love the Pit now too, and that whole thing. It's the ER guy.
Scrubs is in a hospital, but that's all comedy. That's like hard
that's
comedy.
A straight up sitcom.
Yeah.
They're bringing that. They're rebooting that though. That's
apparently it's supposed to be fun.
It's my wife got screeners of a couple episodes. I didn't watch it, but she's a little like, do you want more? It's more Scrubs.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little I don't know. No one's watching this. I don't know if there's any sort of don't talk about it yet, but and I haven't seen it. But it's a little like, what is the creative purpose for bringing Rex Scrubs? I don't know. We thought you'd watch Scrubs.
Yeah.
Which, you know what, for a TV sitcom, that might be a good enough reason. She liked it.
I don't mind us dipping back into these old shows, really, honestly.
I was thinking about it. It's for a sitcom, especially, that is sort of evergreen, right? Of like, it's just characters and situations. But I think you have to if you're going to do it, just make another season.
That's totally I think the way to go is don't like spend too much time bend over backwards coming up with a new angle or be like, hey, where are these people now? Oh, they're still hanging out. Cool. Give us 10 more episodes of them bullshitting.
Right. It was Gilmore Girls, I think, was the worst of all worlds, right? Where they did 4 feature length episodes. So they're all 90 minutes, and it's just why didn't you just make one good movie? Why'd you make 4 kind of bad movies? You could have easily just been Gilmore Girls the movie, and it probably would have been pretty good. And instead you spread it out. But they don't want movies. The streaming services don't want movies. They want that stream time and so it was bad instead. Don't do that.
No,
don't do that. I'm so glad Community is just going to be a movie.
Yeah, if it ever happens.
It ever happens. And that's the thing about it, they did a Monk movie. And it was good. I liked it.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was good. And the thing about it is you can always make another movie. If it's good and everybody likes it, you can just do it again. I think Psych, they did a bunch of them.
Yes. Yep.
So either just, I don't know, I guess we'll just keep doing the show, I guess. Or do a movie. Not? Star Trek, very successful in its movie. Star Trek's the opposite of this marathon, right?
Right, a show that show that wasn't.
I don't know
super
if there's
successful.
A lot of this. That might just be Star Trek. And Star Trek was a niche series of movies. The budget was gone by the end of those original series movies.
Right. But it was a show that wasn't super successful. It was more of a cult show. Became a hugely successful movie series.
And the show, by the time the movie came out, the show was all over syndication. It was in syndication that Star Trek became a just established hit.
Yeah.
They keep beaming this into our brains, and eventually we all grew an affection for it.
Yeah. That's interesting. Maybe we'll do an opposite of this marathon sometime.
Yeah, I don't know if there's another example of it, but yes, movies to shows. There are.
Were the movies bigger than the show? The Fugitive. I mean,
yeah, that's
Mission Impossible.
Yeah. Interesting. We'll talk about it. All right, let's take a break, and then we should probably rank this motherfucker.
Let's take a break from all this shit so that Zach can get some water. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I'm workshopping it.
So we are kicking off our next edition of Public Domain Theater. We're working our way through public domain movies 10 minutes at a time. Here is our next installment of Teenagers from Outer Space. Enjoy. We're going to go away. We'll be back in 10.
Expedition Z06 to base. Expedition Z06 to base.
Guard him. I will get the straps. Lie down. Put your hands behind you.
Are complete.
He is escaping!
Go for! How did he get free?
He escaped from Saul. I could have stopped him.
Derek is to be brought back alive. He is the son of our leader.
Derek?
I reported his actions and was connected with the leader himself. He told me this. He said Derek does not know.
As the son of our leader, the High Court will pardon him.
He will be pardoned. When the sky is light, we will begin to search for him.
Captain, look at this. The Gargan. It is not dead.
It has revived.
It flourishes. The excessive nitrogenic gas compound shocked its system. Now it thrives on the very same compounds.
Then this planet is suitable.
Completely. I must resume radio vision contact. Morrow, Saul, secure the Gargan by expandable leg bands. Out of sight in that cave. The size it attains by the time we return will give us an exact growth rate to expect of the herds.
At the rate the Gargan is expected to grow, what will prevent it from tearing loose the leg bands and escaping from the cave?
We shall be back before that happens, unless it should receive food in excess of the atmospheric elements. We will leave nothing else for it to consume.
Imagine thousands of beasts like that, millions of times enlarged, roaming over this planet.
They will be harvested from the air, so there will be no danger to us.
Let us be quick. I do not like to look upon it.
Now that you report the planet is suitable for our purposes, you are to return here immediately and prepare to lead the transport ships there. Derek's escape could now mean difficulty in our operation should he communicate in any way with the inhabitants, inferior though they may be.
If we are to return now, how can he be stopped?
Leave your best man to find Derek and inform him he is my son. I will join you on the return trip to meet him there.
He may be stubborn. He has already threatened our lives.
If that becomes the case, he must be destroyed. And any beings with whom he might communicate, they must be destroyed. Your orders are complete.
I shall send my best man.
I heard the orders, Captain. Let me find Derek.
You will wait until the sky is light enough to begin the search. We will leave now and return here to meet you when we bring the Gargans. Do not fail, Thor.
I shall not fail.
Can I help you, sir?
Yes, Would you tell me the meaning of the inscription on this metal piece?
Sparky, 1243 Willowcrest Drive. That's just 3 blocks down there and a few doors up. You can't miss it.
Hey, what's what you're doing now?
No, I'm sorry. I was just trying to make out what kind of clothes that guy was wearing. Looks like some kind of military uniform. Wonder where he's from.
Could be from Mars for all I care. Hurry up that boy, will you? I haven't got all day.
Hop in, I'll give you a lift.
Lift?
Well, it's a long way into town. Okay, it's all right with me.
Wait.
Never saw a uniform like that before. What brings you here?
I am searching for someone.
Maybe I can help you. Know a lot of folks around these parts.
I am searching for someone you could not know.
I put Sparky's breakfast out 20 minutes ago, Grandpa, and it's still here.
He's probably still out chasing gophers.
Hello. You've come to see our room for rent?
What's that?
A fellow to see the room for rent, Grandpa. You show it to him, will you? Joe'll be by for me in a minute. We're going swimming at Alice's, and I haven't even changed yet. Well, come on in. I'm Betty Morgan, and this is my grandfather.
How do you do, son? Just arrived in town? Don't believe I've seen you around before.
I just arrived.
And your name?
Derek.
Derek. The empty room belonged to my brother, Bud. He's married now and lives upstate.
Your brother? You knew your brother?
Did I know my brother? That's a strange question to ask. Grandpa raised us both since we were kids after Mom and Dad died.
I'm sorry, It's just that I never knew any brothers or sisters.
Your mother and father decided to play it smart and avoid a lot of squabbles around the house.
Oh, Grandpa.
I never knew my mother or father.
Well, let's take a look at the room, and if you like it, you're welcome to stay.
It's this way. I'll show it to you.
Hey, I thought you were getting ready to go swimming.
No, that can wait. Right in here, Derek. I hope you like the view. There are plenty of windows.
What's the matter? You act like you've never seen the inside of an automobile before.
What is this?
The gear shift. Where have you been all your life?
The gear shift. Tell me what it is for.
Now look, mister, I didn't offer you a ride to give no driving lesson.
Tell me!
Sure. I didn't mean anything. Here's the clutch. When I push it in, I change gears. Low, second, and high.
And to halt the vehicle?
When I want to stop, I press the brake, right here.
And this?
The starter and ignition switch.
And the fuel, what does it use?
Are you kidding? Gasoline, of course. Here's the gas pedal right here. It's about time I have the tank filled.
I asked him where he was from, Grandpa, and he just said he was from very far away.
He did, huh? Well, maybe he doesn't like to talk about where he's from. By the looks of his outfit, I'd say he's raised in a private school of some sort.
Well, Grandpa, if he just got into town and can't pay the rent until he gets a job or something, would...
Well, what do you say, young man? What do you think of the room?
You will let me live here with you?
Well, sure. That's why we had the sign up. That's why you came here, wasn't it?
Not exactly,
Derek, I was just talking to Grandpa, and... Well, if you don't have the rent money right away, that could wait until he gets a job, couldn't it, Grandpa?
Why, sure. That's all right with me, Betty. But then if he doesn't like the room...
I like it here very much. I would like to stay.
Fine. I'll go out and take down the sign. You can use the phone to have your bags brought over.
My bags? I have nothing else.
No other clothes or anything?
We were not allowed to. I mean, my uniform is all I have.
Gosh, you've got to have more than that. Bud left some of his clothes in the closet, Grandpa. Couldn't Derek use some of them?
Of course, my dear. Bud wouldn't mind a bit, I'm sure.
Oh, golly, that's Joe. Put on whatever you like from the closet, Derek. I'll be right back. Make yourself at home.
Hi there, Joe. Hi, Gramps. Betty, I'm afraid I can't make the swimming date. Not till later, anyway. Got a sudden assignment for the paper.
Oh, gosh, what now, Joe?
I have a list of folks to interview. Say they saw a new flying saucer last night.
That sounds like it might take you all day.
I hope not. I'll call you as soon as I get through, okay?
Okay, Joe.
I guess a reporter's life can be pretty hectic. You never know when a news story will break.
I was just thinking. Maybe Derek would like to go swimming if you let us borrow the car.
Betty would at that. If you don't think Alice would mind.
You don't know Alice. I won't be able to keep them apart.
Hey, what's going on in town anyway, mister? A convention or something?
What?
For those clothes you're wearing. I talked to a guy this morning who was wearing the same kind of outfit.
Maybe the guy you're looking for, huh?
You spoke to him? What did he tell you? Where did he go?
Hey, what's the matter with you? Hey, take your hands off me.
You will tell me what he said to you.
Oh, why should I? Hey, who do you think you are, anyway?
Answer me, or I destroy you.
He came here with a dog tag. Wanted to know about the address, and I told him how to find it.
Where? Where did you send him?
It was an address on Willow Crest Drive. 1243, I think.
Tell me how to get there.
Just drive down there about 3 blocks. That's Willow Crest. 1243. It's only a few doors up.
You don't have to put the brake on so hard, Derek. That is, unless you want us to go through the windshield every time.
I have never piloted a vehicle like this before. I will try again.
This time, pull in there. That's It's Alice's house. Oh, much better.
Wait, Betty.
Yes, Derek? What is it?
When I came to your place, it was because of